Welcome back, everybody. Today's posts all come from r/MaliciousCompliance. A year or so ago, I got a new truck. The old truck got loaned to a buddy of mine while he was between cars. Maybe 2 months later, I get a red light ticket for the old truck. I watched the video and my buddy was following too close to a bus and likely didn't see the light. Oh well, not a huge fine, no impact to my insurance, and one that my buddy will happily pay. My 3 options are pay online, respond by mail, or go to court. It really isn't worth my time to go to court, so I look online and there's an option for the registered owner to declare they weren't in control of the vehicle and a spot for a name, address, license plate number, anything they'd need to issue a new ticket. Interesting. I look at the mail-in form and see that same option to say I wasn't driving, but it doesn't ask for someone else's name. Jackpot. I print the form, actually go out and purchase envelopes and stamps, and send it off to the courthouse. I got a dismissal notice a couple weeks later. So just no one has to pay for the ticket now? That really seems like a loophole they should have noticed by now. A couple of years ago, I ordered an express parcel delivery from the UK to the USA via one of these third-party parcel shipping companies. For those who are unfamiliar, they are a middleman, and they hold huge accounts with UPS, DHL, FedEx, etc. They then offer cheaper parcel rates and pass some of this discount on to the customer. So I ordered an express 48-hour delivery with one of these delivery companies for my 2 parcels to the USA. This cost me around $100 for the 2 boxes, and from experience using this delivery company in the past, they have a delivery guarantee which offers me a full refund of all carriage charges if any part of the shipment is not delivered within 48 hours. A few days later, I was told by my customer that the boxes had arrived 2 days late. Not a problem. I checked the tracking number and it had been held up at the UK-based air freight terminal, which entitled me to a full refund of the carriage charges. I then contacted the delivery company, but I was told that although I was fully entitled to a full refund, I'd have to speak to the third-party shipping company. I contacted them by phone and I was told that they don't issue refunds for delayed parcels. I explained that this was a guaranteed service and the delivery company said I was entitled to a refund. At this point, I was passed on to a manager by the call center operative without even asking. The manager was very obnoxious and wasn't bothered that my parcel had been delayed. In his opinion, I shouldn't expect it to get there on time when I had paid such a low price. So, you want a full refund just because your parcel is delayed? Yes, I do, because that is what was in the terms and conditions. But you didn't buy the extra insurance. No, I didn't, because the delivery already included $1,000 of insurance anyways. Well, we don't do refunds for delayed parcels, and especially if you haven't paid the insurance. At this point, I was getting pretty annoyed because he was making up this idea of buying insurance to cover for delays. The insurance only covered total loss and damage anyways. So I explained that if I didn't receive a refund, I would simply initiate a chargeback on my credit card for the payment. At this point, he raised his voice and told me, "Fine, try to do a chargeback then. We will fight it and you won't get a refund. Yeah, your parcel was late, but that doesn't mean you get a free delivery." I ended the call and got straight on the phone to my credit card company. They went through a rigorous process with me and asked me for a copy of the original invoice, the terms and conditions, etc. Within 24 hours, they'd refunded the full amount back to my card and sent me a letter giving me the reasons they found the chargeback in my favor. It also explained that the merchant, the shipping company, had 30 days to contest the chargeback. However, 30 days came and went, and the money was still showing as refunded. 6 weeks later, I received an email from their customer service team telling me that they were willing to give me a partial refund of 10% to compensate me for the delay. Obviously, someone hadn't realized that I'd initiated a chargeback and now it was too late. So I replied and politely explained that I was told by the manager, stating his name, to initiate a chargeback because their company doesn't issue refunds, even when their terms and conditions say they do. Therefore, as far as I was concerned, The matter was now closed as my credit card company had given them 30 days to reply to the chargeback, and they had not replied. Therefore, the chargeback was granted. Not only did I never hear anything back from them, but I haven't used this company since. So, I've gone back to delivering pizzas during this time of crisis. I actually do enjoy the job. Tips are good and most customers are friendly. However, from time to time. Today, I delivered to an apartment complex. The parking spaces were as you would typically expect in a suburban complex, 90 degrees to the direction of travel. I typically avoid parking in handicap spaces for obvious reasons, so I usually park along the backside of the vehicles. Very rarely have I come back to someone waiting to leave. The main reason I do this is just because it's easier to take off, plain and simple. Today, I got out of my car to find an individual who really wanted the spot I was blocking, despite 3 other spots very nearby. "You need to park in an actual spot," she barked. I apologized. "Sure thing, ma'am. I'm sorry." I pulled forward and then backed into the spot she was eyeing. "There you go. Very sorry," I quipped as I jogged into the building. I work in a major pizza delivery chain that has so far been unsuccessful in out-pizzaing the hut. Our store is in a college town, and everyone is bored as hell right now for obvious reasons. So we've gone from maybe 1 prank call a day to at least 3 to 5, which isn't much, but still really annoying with how much more business we've been getting. Again, for obvious reasons. The worst part is how uncreative and low effort most of them are. At least 80% of them are, "Can I get a boneless pizza?" or "Is this the Krusty Krab?" with the occasional insert GTA fast food order copy pasta here. This has been going on for way too long, so I took up the habit of just hanging up whenever someone starts saying some stupid crap. The boss wasn't too happy about this, but didn't care enough to say anything, up until an incident where I hung up on someone who wanted to order that boneless pizza, and he called back mad because he actually wanted to order. So I get a stern talking to from Boss Man, and he sends a message to the company's group chat app saying, "I know we've been getting more prank calls than usual, but please don't follow in certain people's footsteps and just hang up on them. Take the calls as seriously as possible. If they order something we can't make, calmly explain it to them and offer them something we do actually sell. We want to try to make money off of them even if they're acting dumb." So the very next call is where the fun starts. "Thank you for calling. What can I get for you?" "I'm so hungry. Can I get an extra large pizza with triple every topping?" "I'm sorry, ma'am. We can only go up to 1 extra and double each topping." Okay then. Can I get 20 XLs of each meat y'all have? So like 20 pepperoni, 20 sausage, etc. These people are obviously high as hell and giggling in the background the whole time. "Sure. Give me a sec to ring it all up." "Okay, so that's 180 pizzas. The total will be $1,000. Don't remember the actual price, but close enough. And it'll take about 3 hours. "Awesome. Thanks. We'll pay with a check when we get there." Dial tone. So, I place the order, and not 30 seconds later, I hear, "What the actual F?" from the boss, and he runs to the computer. "How are they paying for this?" he asks me. They said with a check. We do still take checks for orders over $200, right? "They can't have been serious. Was this a prank call?" "Not sure, boss. You said to take all calls seriously." He just grumbles and picks up the phone and calls the customer, and all I hear is super loud laughter as he hangs up. Meanwhile, the other employees have started actually making the ridiculous order, not noticing anything weird about it. So by the time the boss finishes the call and cancels the order on the computer, there are already 5 extra large pepperoni pizzas in the oven. So we got free dinner for everyone working that night, as well as another message in the group chat app simply saying, "In regards to my last message, please just use good judgment when taking orders. And on that note, I would like to order 400 cheese pizzas. Don't question the validity of that order. I'm going to eat all 400 of them. I'll pay by check when I get there. Someday. Anyways, that is all the stories we have time for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, and I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel. I will see you all next time.